Well, hello everyone. It's Kari from sunshineonmypocket.com. I'm here again to share a really fun holiday mail card. I'm using this snail mail stamp set from Missing Stamps, and I thought this would be so cute to create kind of a Christmas card delivery holiday card. And there are also matching dies. Today I decided not to use those. We're doing almost a one layer card. And I'm also using the postage edge stencil here, which is super fun. Now this stencil is really cool because there are two different sizes. You can use the outer edge for a larger A2 size card. You can use the inner edge for a smaller card. Today I decided to use both of them on my card because I wanted to see what it looked like to use both of them. One of the stripes is going to be red, and for that I'm using Lumberjack Plaid Distress Ink. So I'm just using my magnet board here to keep that stencil in place, and I'm going to put red on the first layer. Now this is a 2-layer stencil, so it makes it really easy to create a dual color. So I'll go ahead and change out the layer for the next one, line that right up here, and it's pretty easy to line up. There are some etched lines on each of these stencils to indicate where to line this up with your card panel. I love that. Makes it super simple. So the next layer is going to be green. I'm using this darker green, which is Rustic Wilderness Distress Ink. And there we go. We've got a beautiful outline. Now let's go ahead and stamp our images. I wanted to use this little snail here that's got some letters in his mouth, like he's delivering that snail mail, and then also the mailbox with some letters inside. I'm also going to be using this die set with the letters, and I will have everything linked below so you have all of that. I cut them out with some glitter paper. So we've got Merry Mail in red glitter paper. It's so beautiful. And I'm going to just line all of that up here so that I can make sure it's all going to fit before I do my stamping. The first stamp is going to be the little snail, and then I want to stamp this mailbox a little bit behind him. And so what I did was I put a little bit of mint tape covering up his tail so that it wouldn't stamp over that little snail. I'm pulling off that mint tape right here. This is what I call the lazy person's masking because I didn't want to mask the whole image and cut it out. Instead, I just used a small piece of mint tape. And that worked out pretty well, and you can see the mailbox is a little bit behind that snail there. Now I'm just going to color these up really simply using my Copic markers. I'm using some dark blues on the hat and his little vest here. I love this little snail. He's so happy. So you can see the blues here. I have them on the screen. In case you can't read them, that's B69, B66, and B63. And one of them was just a little bit too wide of a blend. So I'm using the tip to tip method to get those to blend a little bit better. Now for the snail's shell, I'm going to use some warm grays, and I'm starting with the darkest grays and then blending those out with the lighter grays. W5, W3, and W1. W5 is my darkest color. And here I'm going back in with some of the darker colors to just darken that up. I'm going to color the rest of this off screen, but you can see that it's pretty simple coloring and he is just really happy. Now to put the letters on, I'm going to line them up using my craft pick here, and then I'm going to pick them all up with some of this press and seal. Now this didn't work as well as I wanted it to. I guess I didn't press down hard enough on those letters because it is glitter paper, but some of them did come up off of that. See, there's the Y came up. But I will add all of the glue right at once and then put them all down at once. Now this is not foolproof. I like using my low-tack tape a little bit better than using the press and seal for glitter paper because it seems to grab hold of that a little better. So I did have to fix some of those letters add a few back in, like the R here and the Y, and then they got a little bit not quite lined up. But I will bring in my T-square ruler to try to get those lined up as best I can in the time frame that I have to move those around with that wet glue. But you can see I did try to go pretty quickly, and you know, it's not perfect. It is handmade, but it does still look pretty happy, don't you think? Yeah, I did the best I could with the time that I had, but there you go. Now I will take some mint tape and I'm going to tape off the inside part of the frames because I felt like it needed a little more contrast, a little more drama. So I'm just going to tape those off so that all I have is the center part of those frames that I can do a little bit of ink blending. So I'm using my scissors to get a nice cut so that I can get just the frame. Now I hope this makes sense, but I'm just trying to tape off the lines, the dotted lines, and the inside parts, just like so. And now I can take some red ink and ink on the inside. Now I'm also going to take this alternating dot stencil. You can see that off to the left. Oh, I just put the ink right on top of it. But you'll see that in a minute. I'm going to use the smallest dot to create a little subtle design in this frame as well. So this is festive berries, and now I'm going to take the small dots you'll see here. So I just put a small amount of ink, and now I'm going to use the same color and ink on some of those dots. I'm trying to get 2 lines of dots in the frame, but I am having to move the frame around just a little bit to make those dots work. And that's okay. Use your stencils to fit what you want to do, and you can move those around easily enough. So I moved it so that 2 dots would show on the top and the bottom, and now I'm going to shift it just a touch to make 2 rows of dots show on the left and the right side of the frame. Super simple and nice and subtle, but it does add some interest to this card. And here's my favorite part, the reveal. Taking off all that mint tape very carefully here. But I do like this tape because it tends to be nice, low tack, and it's not ripping my cardstock as long as I go nice and slow. I'll just add this to my card base here, line that up perfectly. I'm using liquid adhesive and 110-pound cardstock for my card base. And now here's our card, all complete. That glitter paper, oh look, I missed the antenna of the snail here. So I'm just going to color that in. And to add a little more glitter, a little bit of Stickles. And this is a beautiful color of Stickles. I can't remember the name of the color at the moment. Forgot to bring that in with me, but I think it's like Mercury glass. It's a beautiful color. And there it is with our glitter Merry Mail, a little bit of glitter on that snail. I love the frames for the postage, and adding a little bit of ink blending on the inside really made that pop. I hope you enjoyed this video today. I enjoyed creating this card, and I hope it shows in my videos that I really do love creating and making. I hope you'll subscribe to the channel. Give this video a like if you did enjoy it, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.